Welcome to Let's Do This with Evan, and today we're replacing some siding on my house. Yeah, I actually finished something. So all you need, tin snips, pencil, tape measure, hammer, and a paint can opener, and I'll show you why in a little bit. That's our secret. So I've been told you can pull this off. I tried and I tried. You can't pull that off, and you can get the siding removal tools pretty easily, but I didn't have that. I didn't want to go anywhere, so I grabbed my trusty paint can lid opener. So you just put that underneath that piece of siding, and it's just like a zip tool. You kind of anchor it down in there, and you pull up and you zip it along the bottom, and there you go. So man, I tell you what, my kids were throwing rocks and other chunks of ice and tools at icicles over the winter time when it was like -20 degrees. And anytime they missed the icicle, it hit my siding. And I told them not to do it after the first time. And then the next day, I look outside my little window, and what is my little angel doing? He's throwing another rock at the icicles, and I see him put a second hole in my siding. So anyways, here I am to fix it. It was a little intimidating at first, but once you get that first line of the siding up, it's really not that bad. Once you expose these nails and you kind of see what's going on in there, it's not bad. Like, honestly, a 2 out of 10 difficulty. This whole project maybe took me 10 minutes, and that's just because I set everything up to show everybody. If I would have just done this without having to worry about camera angles and everything else, it would have been done in maybe 5 minutes. So there's only about 4 nails per channel. I'll call them a channel siding piece. And so once you get those off, it just comes right off. And then you're going to use your old piece to measure your new piece to know your exact length. I mean, you could measure it with the tape measure and just, draw your line, but I just felt it was easier just to lay them on top of each other. So easy peasy. It's a pretty warm day, 85-ish, so the vinyl siding moves around pretty well. The reason why it broke the way it did, again, it's very cold, and when it's cold, the siding breaks really easy. It's brittle. You do not want to do this in a cold day in the fall or obviously in the winter time. So if you get chunks taken out of it in the winter, just wait till warmer weather to do it, because vinyl siding can get really brittle in that cold weather again. So once you get this off, then I'm going to be cutting my new siding. That part was stuck behind my gutter. I didn't want to have to take my gutter out. So if you're stuck behind something, you can just pull the vinyl out from the nail and then kind of pound the nail back in, or grab something to press that nail further in. Or you can just use the existing nail to kind of slide your piece of siding onto. So here we are, laying the old one over the new one. If you're unsure if you have siding left over, usually when they're done building your house, if you have a box or some pieces left over, they'll put it in your attic. So if you're not sure if you have siding, go check out your attic. You might have a box you never looked in, and there you go. You have some siding left over. I didn't have to buy mine. I did have some in my attic that the builder left behind, and since this isn't a sun-facing wall, it didn't really fade at all, so it matched perfectly. And even if it didn't, I'm colorblind, so maybe you have to tell me if it matches perfectly. And if you're finding value out of this, do like, subscribe, share. I do all kinds of home DIY, fixing, building, making, meat cutting, butchering, smoking meats, and all kinds of homesteading stuff. So make sure, if that's the stuff you liked, to like, subscribe, and follow. And here we are with my tin snips. You could probably do this in a table saw, chop saw, anything like that. Go slow, but I just go ahead and use my tin snips because it's a little bit more precise. I wasn't sure how my table saw or chop saw would treat a vinyl piece of siding, but I'm sure it would be fine. You're going to have to let me know how that goes. Get all the old chunks out of there. And me, and all my infinite wisdom, I did not change my camera angle, and it's high and out of focus. So just know that it worked out a-okay. You have to slide it into both sides and nail it back in. So I go ahead and do another little piece of siding to show you exactly what I do there, because everything was out of focus, but that's finished. And here's another little, I think this one was actually hail damage. So again, I use my little zip tool. I pop off the top, pop off the bottom. So then I can take that chunk out of there that's damaged. There's just a few nails in there. And then off camera, cutting my new chunk out. We're just going to slide it right back in, 2-3 nails, and you're done. I mean, this project is really easy. I mean, don't let it scare you. It looks a little daunting, and it's like, where do you start? Well, you have to take out the piece of siding above and below if you're just going to take one out. But I had to do 2 pieces, so I took out the top first, then the one I had to replace, and the one below that. That's the best way I found to do it. So once you get the nails in, and then you can use a zip tool to get them back in place. And this isn't what I could show you on the other side, because obviously I didn't change my camera angle. You know, it's not like I do this for a living and I run around like keep adjusting my camera. I'm still getting used to it, and it honestly makes projects 10 times longer to film them and adjust them and edit them and put everything on. So if you do enjoy this video, I hate to keep asking, but make it worth it. You know, like, subscribe, share, and even save it for later if you think you might be doing siding down the road. And if you find a better way to do this, or if you have some other tips and tricks, leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for a better way to do some things like this. So once I get it in there, I grab my paint can opener, and just like you do it to take it off, you do it to put it back in. You got to pull that bottom lip down and push in, and it snaps right back into place. So that's what I couldn't show you on the other side of the wall. But once I'm done, it looks brand new, and I still got about 10 pieces of vinyl left in the attic, ready for the next time the kids decide to throw a rock at a icicle hanging off the gutters, because, you know, that's the fun kind of things we do in Minnesota in the winter. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully gave you some value, and give it a try. Talk to you later.